Alright guys, so welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will put all of those parts which we have now collected inside of Roblox Studio. So we will now put them onto our Star Platinum and yeah, just prepare the Star Platinum model to be able to be scripted on within the next episodes, guys. Okay, so that's the topic for today's video. Now, let's take this dummy right here and let me just tell you how you're going to apply all of these things into the Star Platinum. Okay, so let's start with the hair, for example. So this hair consists of a headband and a gem, which is inside of the headband. Okay, and in order to, first of all, keep everything intact, means those parts are not able to fall off each other, you know, so they will stay at their places. So in order to be able to do that, we have to add something called weld constraints. Okay, so right click on one of those parts, then insert object and then select weld constraint. Okay, and this weld constraint right here, as name already says, welds part 1 to part 0. Okay, so go inside of this properties tab and let me explain you what part 0 is. So part 0 is basically the part you're attaching something onto, and then part 1 is the part you are trying to attach onto something. So let me give you a quick example. When we speak of this headband and this gem, we have this headband, okay? And this headband in this case is our part 0, because this gem right here, which is our part 1, is being attached onto the headband, okay? So that's just logical way of thinking. You cannot say that you're attaching this whole headband, which is bigger than the gem, so you cannot say that you're attaching this headband onto the gem, okay? So that wouldn't make any sense, okay? Therefore, our headband in this case is part 0. Now, part 1 is our gem, okay? And that's the way on how you attach the gem to the headband. Now, we have much more parts inside of this here. We also have the headband, which is not attached to the hair, for example. So how do we do that? You can either duplicate this weld constraint and then move it inside of the hair if you want to, or you can keep it inside of the headband, and you just need to change part 0. In this case, it is going to be our hair, because we are now trying to attach our headband to our hair, okay? So we are not attaching our hair to our headband, but our headband to our hair. So, yeah, you just have to think about it, okay? So part 1 becomes our headband, okay? Now, let's move this thing inside of this Star Platinum dummy. And let's move this thing on top of this Star Platinum dummy's head. So let's do that quickly, and then we have to add one last weld. Okay, so let me add this one last weld I was talking about. So let's duplicate this weld constraint, and now we have to weld this hair onto the head, okay? So you're basically not welding the head onto the hair, okay? You're welding the hair onto the head. So just to empathize the idea of part 0 and part 1. So part 0, as I've said, is our head. Part 1 is our hair, okay? And that's it for the hair. Now, let's move the scarf inside of this Star Platinum. Let's position it correctly, and then we have to add the weld constraint inside of the scarf as well. So there we go. Let's copy this weld constraint, let's add it inside of the scarf, and now you have to think about it once again. So we are actually attaching the scarf onto, well, either the head or the upper torso, you can choose. But we're attaching the scarf onto a body part, okay? So we're not attaching the body part onto a scarf, but the scarf onto a body part, okay? So that's just, once again, to empathize the idea. Now, you're actually able to choose whether you want to attach the scarf onto your head or your upper torso. I personally prefer the upper torso, but it shouldn't make a huge difference, okay? Wait, not head, but where is it? Scarf. Here we go. Okay, so that's it for the scarf. Now let's add those shoulder parts, and you know, so, or wait, let me continue with the lower torso, because let's do the easy ones at the beginning. So lower torso is actually the same one as the scarf. We only have a single part, and yeah, so we just have to move this one to the lower torso's position, and then we have to add this weld constraint inside of here. And let's not call it lower torso, but lower torso part. And you want to attach this lower torso part onto your lower torso, means Port 0 is the lower torso, port 1 is this part, this lower torso port right here. Okay, so I hope that you guys have understood the idea of, yeah, welding. And, yeah, so let's, take a look at this right shoulder thing. So let's add this weld constraint into it. And as you can see, we have this, or we have these, well, how do you call them? Engravings, maybe? So we have those engravings on this plate, okay? And those engravings are attached onto the plate. So the plate's not attached to the engraving, but the engraving to the plate. Therefore, port 0 is our plate, and port 1 is this engraving called mesh port in this context. Now we are now going to duplicate this weld constraint, and we are once again moving it inside of our star platinum, and now we have to position it. And I have just, yeah, duplicated the weld constraint in order to, you know, attach it to our upper arm, our right upper arm. So where is it? Right shoulder. So okay, port 0 is going to be our right upper arm, so we are attaching this plate onto our upper arm. Okay, so that's the idea of that. Now let's do the same for this plate. Okay, so let's add 2 weld constraints to it, and the first one is attached, or is attaching the engraving to the plate, and the other one is going to attach the plate onto the arm. So left upper arm and left shoulder. Okay, now let's move this in position again. Okay, almost in position, and there we go. Okay. Now, we still have some things left right here. So, for example, the shoes and some arm and leg protections. So let's work on that. So arm protection. So the same thing as previously. Belt constraint, arm protection, and then this metal plate. Duplicate this thing, and well, you're good to go. So let's first of all do it for this left arm right here. So left lower arm. Wait, arm protection mesh part. So port 0 becomes our left lower, not leg, but left lower arm. Port 1 is this arm protection thing. Okay, so it is right here. Now let me copy this arm protection, let me move it to the right. And yeah, let me change this part 0 to right lower arm, because we have just moved to the right arm. So right lower arm. There we go. So that's it for this arm protection thing. Now, we still have the fists left and leg protection and those shoes. Well, the shoes actually are a little bit more complicated, because you actually have to differentiate in 2 parts. So this shoe right here consists of 2 parts, and the first part right here is meant to be on this, left or right lower leg, while the other part is going to be, or has to be attached to the foot. It needs to be attached to the foot. Before we actually move on with that, let's deal with those fists. So right fist. There we go. Okay, there we go. It actually looks so weird, but well, that's just how it is. Let me change the material. I didn't do that. I don't know why. Okay, duplicate this weld constraint, and yeah, so port 0 is our right hand, and port 1 is this right fist. Okay, now let's do the same for the left arm or the left fist, and then let's work on the arm, the leg protection, and the shoe, and then I'm gonna end the video actually, and then we can finally, yeah, finally move on with the scripting in the next episode, guys. And I'm gonna promise you, it is going to be about scripting in the next one. Okay, so let's take this left fist. You know, just repeat all of those steps, so there's nothing special about it. Okay, so we actually have a problem right here regarding the fist, so this... No, so this fist size is not good enough. So let's increase the size. Where is it? Why is the size different? Come on. Let's increase it by 0.5. Nope. Let's increase it by 0.1 maybe. You know what? Let's actually get rid of those fists. I'm honest with you, they look awful. They look so awful. Let's only add this leg protection right here. So, well constrained. Know how it goes. Okay, so we're now done. Let me actually select all of the body parts which are not, or yeah, which is not and somehow connected to, you know, those accessories, those Star Platinum accessories. So if I speak of body parts, I actually mean things like the head, the left foot, left hand, you know, so all of that stuff, and not that stuff which we have just added. Okay. Okay, so let me set this brick color to something purple, so it actually looks like Star Platinum. Okay, so I have just selected something. Okay, there we go. So unselect this one. There we go. So this is our Star Platinum right here. I hope that you have enjoyed it, guys. So let me move it inside of... No, before I move it inside of the replicated storage, let me check out if the things are actually attached onto them. And as you can see, they are, okay? So the welding is fine. Okay. Alright, guys. So, thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, share this with all of your friends. Leave me feedback in the comment section, guys. Take care and see you in the next video.